air signs, this is your girl Venus Archangel here with another love reading for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're unsure of your placement, go ahead and check the description box below. But also, guys, please remember that these readings may not resonate with everybody, and that is totally fine. Let's go ahead and see what's going on in your love life here, okay, today. The day before Venus going retrograde. See what's going on, okay, because we know we're going to need all the information we can get, especially the day before. All right. Peace and quiet, even though it hasn't been very peaceful and quiet, right? It's been kind of noisy, kind of crazy, kind of dramatic. You jumping into Libra season feeling like we about to tear the world up. You can thank the opposite sign Aries for that. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, let's go ahead and get into this, guys. What's going on in your love lives today? What's going on in your love lives today, air signs? What's going on in your love lives today, air signs? What's going on in your love lives today? Sword somewhere in this reading. Oh, darn. The King of Pentacles. You doubt the King of Pentacles. You doubt somebody that's coming in that's going to be stable and loyal to you. Stable, that's going to be grounded. So you're doubting a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Y'all. Underlying energy is the Emperor. Sorry, excuse me. The High. Oh my gosh. Read the card. It's the Magician. Underlying energy is the Magician. I need that. Page of Wands. What's that that's trying to come out? Queen of Cups. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or it could be that someone that you love very deeply, someone that loves you very back, someone that's very nurturing, loving, emotional, very deep. The emotions definitely run very deep. Someone you feel very connected to, emotionally, psychically. Someone you may dream about. This person may be your ideal partner. And you have the Ace of Wands after that, which indicates a new beginning, a spark of new beginning, something small, a new adventure, something that can be kind of exciting, something lighthearted, may not be seen as very serious. But you also, I feel like it's news about something. I feel like you may have received some news, and you have the Magician here that says that you are prepared for this new journey, you're prepared for this new little small venture. Because it's going to get to something bigger. You know that, right? Like, this is like, I feel like it's like oh yeah, we're innocent and small now, but we're going to inflate. We're just going to blow up. You're ready for it, though. You're more than ready to, the Magician is way more than ready to prepare for some sort of little adventure with a little boy or a little girl here with this page here with the wands. That means, yeah, it's going to start out slow. It's going to start out fun and exciting, but it's going to get real fast. Now, the reason why I say that for sure is because you have the Five of Swords in the heart of your reading. Somebody's having some doubts. Somebody is doubting this sacrifice, or perhaps maybe taking a sacrifice or taking some sort of approach to something. Now, the Five of Swords is also a very selfish card. It talks about being very selfish and doing anything and everything they can to get to whatever they want, or to be correct, or to be right, or to gain some sort of victory. The Five of Swords can indicate petty squabbles, some petty arguments. It can sever ties in relationships if it's just like something dumb and doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it's just like the willingness to do anything possible to win, right? And I feel like there may be some sort of, I don't think that's any of that energy here. Most importantly, I feel like because of the Emperor here, because the Emperor is ruthless and relentless as well. Like, he will do anything and everything in his power to get some sort of execute some sort of action, right? But I feel like somebody is trying to figure out whether or not it's worth sacrificing their independence with the King of Pentacles crossing this. Like, stability, structure, routine, balance. Like, what the King of Pentacles, like, in a way, he's got a very organized lifestyle, if not balanced. I mean, he can be pretty balanced, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion as a reader and as a person that sees the King of Pentacles. But the King of Pentacles can also be overwhelmed with work in practicality. And I feel like there's maybe something that you may have to sacrifice regarding your work, or how much attention you give to your work. More so about where you see is building your legacy, something in regards to that. There may be some sort of conflict or some sort of doubt about somebody, about a King of Pentacles itself, doubt about somebody, about somebody at all. Like, you could be doubting some sort of information, doubting something about this person. because you have the Two of Cups being present. Now, but this interesting, what you have, the challenge is about, trying to decide whether or not to compromise or to stick to your guns about stick to your guns about something regarding this King of Pentacles. It could be about your independence, about your control, like what you have. Like, yeah, I think you feel like you have to compromise a bit of your control if you're in a relationship with somebody. If you commit to someone, you lose something. Like, I feel like that's kind of coming up to you. Like, you feel like you commit to something. And I feel like something may have been sacrificed with somebody beforehand or something like that, but it may not be. Maybe I'm wrong. But the thing is, it's like, you feel like you're trying to figure out whether or not it's worth the sacrifice to commit to someone, because you may feel like you lose your control or independence. Structure. This person can be very stable in your life. Because here in the past, you have the Four of Cups. Somebody has offered you something, and you don't see it, or you may not have seen it, or you may have given somebody an offer or communicated with them, and they didn't see it, or they didn't respond to it, or they're under contemplation. They didn't full-fledged reject it, but I feel like this person has been thinking about it for some time, or you've been thinking about it for some time. But you have something here in the present here that really kind of is interesting. It goes back to cards. 2 cards. This is, Two of Cups, and it's gone back to the relationship, the 2 of Cups. Reconnecting, in a way. It's like you guys go back to connecting one-on-one in a very emotional state, and maybe something small, like I said at first, was something like you guys just reconnect, and so you guys feel the same way about each other. But you're trying to figure out what's real, what's stable, what's solid about this individual, because perhaps in the past, like, you haven't heard anything back from them, and they haven't heard anything back from you, or whatever, and it's kind of been like a respond every 2 weeks sort of thing, or every month, or what have you, where there's just hasn't been, there's just have been a lot of feeling like there's going to be a lot of the same old stuff, and then you may end up, looking back at Ace of Cups and deciding to just share a glass with somebody, and you're like, well, I have to figure out whether or not this person is really stable or not. But I feel like you feel more in control, because this is just like okay, we exchange feelings. We know what's going on and how we feel about each other. And it's kind of still in your realm of control here. The King of Pentacles is Taurus, so we got that whole boundary sort of thing going on. But that's the thing. You move on to this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you gain some sort of perspective with this Five of Swords. I feel like something you do end up sacrificing, some sort of knowledge that you gain, or like I said, some sort of perspective, some sort of truth that you gain in the future, perhaps about the King of Pentacles, that perhaps helps you make your decision about what you want to do. You're very prepared to handle a situation right now, especially something that you've been manifesting for some time, because the King is the manifestor, and you have here the Emperor as your goal, aim, ambition / advice. So it's about, so this is like, that's serious masculine energy. I don't know if you're dealing with an Aries. I don't know if you're dealing with a someone that has some serious Mars placements, or some very powerful Mars placements, like something in Aries or Scorpio or something like that. But I mean, obviously there's no Scorpionic cards in here. Maybe there's a Mars and Taurus person that you're dealing with. Or this could be like Mars in Capricorn, Mars in Virgo or something, right? Or this could be that this is somebody that, because this can also be very feminine energy, right? This could be a female that you're dealing with. They come off very masculine, very mature. Obviously, women can be very mature, and as a matter of fact, women mature faster than men anyway. But don't be mad, guys, okay, when I say that. But seriously, though, like, this person is very responsible, very structured, very orderly, very under control of themselves, and they're stubborn as well. And I feel like the situation is saying that you're prepared to handle a situation, but perhaps not from a place of stubbornness, because there's a new perspective that you could gain from here. Now, if you're structured and staunch and you're not really open to trying to change your mind about something, then, oof. Well, there's something like, I think there's a change of mind as well, because the Five of Swords are thoughts, beliefs, and truth. It could be that you may be going through some sort of change of something, where you end up sacrificing a different perspective, right? A certain way of being, because you change your mind. It could be changing what you feel is of value to you regarding relationships. about what do you feel regarding a committed person, a person that you feel committed to, or someone that's committed to you in a relationship. Maybe something is, there's some sort of doubt about a King of Pentacles, and they prove themselves. But I feel like you may want to try to give them a chance, because of the Ace of Swords, you may gain a new perspective because of how they show and what they showed you. Right? It's kind of it's going back to kind of look over those two that you overcome, right? The three of, the one actually. You've gone back 2 cards. But the card that we don't see is the 3, which is the reconnection, because it's almost like really considering the connection itself. What it's like, almost like, what do you sacrifice from recommitting yourself to a connection, or recommitting yourself or committing yourself to a person, seeing at least how it goes. It's very interesting what you guys got going on here. But your advice of it all is to just of course take control of yourself. To I feel like it's like saying to take action, but at the same time it's saying take action on your, like, just take action on yourself, on the opportunities that you've got with this individual, to understand them and to get to know them better. Because right now there's a lot of doubts right now, and all you can do is just be yourself. It also talks about being in control of a situation. You have all the control in the world. You know that. You don't need anybody to take the helm, and you have all the control necessary. If you want to communicate with somebody, reach out with somebody, you can. But it's all about knowing that you have the upper hand. You're the one that's observing. You're the one that's kind of analyzing someone's value, the King of Pentacles. Or you're trying to figure out whether or not it's worth sacrificing any sort of control to this individual. And I feel like saying maintain your control, but I feel like it's also saying that don't be stubborn. Be careful with stubbornness right now, because right now it's all about, this is about doubts. I don't know if you have, like, I don't know why the Emperor is coming up, to be honest with you, if it's talking about stubbornness. But why is Emperor coming up? Don't be too stubborn, because that 5 of Swords. There's something, I feel like, if it's something that you're going to compromise, it may be for the better. I don't know. 9 of Swords. Okay, be careful of power plays, guys. When the 9 of Swords and the Emperor comes up, and the Magician, just be careful of power plays. Because this taking control of things is good and all, as long as you control yourself. But the second you try to overt or control, not necessarily over other people, but like trying to control situations or outcomes with regarding people, like, it's like you're gonna stress yourself out. Just kind of be in the moment and do the best you can. Remain in control of yourself, because you had Temperance come out, I think, before. You had Temperance and Death, but I think it may have been Earth signs I got that, but I feel like it was for you. I could be wrong, but the situation is that, like, you've got some stuff going on where there's some sort of doubts, and the obstacles having to do with somebody that you feel is really trustworthy, worth your time, great, someone that's of value to you, and if someone that you can see if you can actually be stable and long term with this person, like stable and actually go somewhere with this individual. I'm just saying, like, you have that ability to be that way, and I feel like if you have doubts in yourself. Yourself being stable and grounded, this person will help you see that you do. Signs, but I'm gonna let you go. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see you guys later. Okay, and tomorrow during the Venus retrograde. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, guys.